Hello, Razin. Hello, Razin.
Hello,
Yeah.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good evening.
Hey, good evening.
Yeah, hang on. Yeah,
Wait.
I'm fiddling with my background image. Hang on.
All right. Yeah.
What is the image?
Can you see my face?
No, I don't.
Oh,
Switch on the
wait.
camera.
Right.
Hang on, Razin. I'll be with you in a while. All right, this is better. Hello, Razin. Good evening.
Hello, good evening. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I hear that you are an undergraduate at Nottingham U, Malaysia
Yes.
campus.
Yes,
What are you
that's
studying?
correct. So I'm studying international relations.
International relations.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's right.
What is international relations about?
Well, It's about it's like international basically international politics.
Uh-huh.
We focus on different relations between the states in the
Uh-huh.
world, but
Okay.
we also focus on different things like human rights and political and sociology like that.
Ah, is it Malaysian centric or is it
Not
British
really.
centric?
It's a international. It's not centered on anything, but it's centered on international theory. So we learn about different countries. So it's not about Malaysia.
Ah, okay. Because if you see how the English,
Yeah.
okay, has cornered our imagination and our philosophy of
Yes.
everything, just look
Yes.
at the map of the world. Look at how
Yeah.
they have come up with the map of the world. If
Yes.
you look at the map of the world, England is right in the middle.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
Okay, that's good.
Eurocentric. Yeah.
Yeah, Eurocentric, British centric, yeah, or
Yes.
English centric. Um, what year of study are you currently in?
I'm studying in year one, first year.
Oh, just year one. All right.
Yes.
Okay. When I was in the UK, when I was studying in the UK,
Yes.
none of the Malaysians took international relations. It wasn't a popular topic of study for Malaysians.
Oh,
Yeah, is it a popular topic of study for Malaysians now? International relations?
I don't know, but because the Nottingham University is the only
Ah,
university in Malaysia that has this course, so I suppose that only this is the only institution, so it's quite popular.
mm.
At least there are only Malaysians here. Only Malaysians that want that this course, they take the course.
Oh, only Malaysians. Ah, okay, of course. Nottingham University Malaysian campus. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. What do you intend to do after this? Do you intend to go into foreign into the foreign department,
Yeah. Most likely.
foreign
Yeah.
relations? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still
Okay.
thinking about it.
You're really thinking about it. Ah, okay. Well,
Yeah.
you still have a long way ahead of you because in
Yeah.
Malaysia, if you want to, because our foreign department, Kementerian Luar Negara, yeah, our foreign department
Yes.
uh, takes the cream of the graduates, yeah, who enters government service. So they need to be very
Yeah. I
good,
see.
yeah. So they get the best picking. And the other ministries get the second best. So you need to be very good if you want to
Yeah.
be a member of the diplomatic corps in Malaysia. But I think
Yeah.
you can make it, yeah. Given
Yeah.
your experience studying in France, I was told.
Yeah. Well, also, yeah, I also like experience in languages as well. So
How
uh,
many languages can you speak?
for the time being, like three, like
Yeah. What languages?
well, English, Malay, and yeah,
France,
French.
French. Ah, okay. Are you very good in French?
Yeah, I've been speaking it for many years, so I'm pretty fluent in it.
How many years did you study in France?
Just 1 year.
Oh, just 1 year. I thought you did
Yeah.
your whole high school in France.
No, actually, I did. My high school was in Kuala Lumpur, in Malaysia.
Oh, you did your high school in Kuala Lumpur.
Yeah.
Okay. And you did 1 year of high school in France.
Uh, no, it's university, but I decided to come back.
Oh, okay. You
Yeah.
did 1 year in the university in France
Yeah.
and you
And
decided
come
to
back.
come back.
Yeah.
Ah, which university?
It's, it's a somewhere in the Western France, in a town in West France called Angers.
Orleans?
No, no, West France is called Angers.
West France. Oh, okay. West France. Okay. When I was in the UK, I studied at Canterbury.
Oh,
So
okay.
every year I will take the ferry to cross the English Channel at least twice a
Yeah.
year. During my time, there wasn't we didn't have the channel tunnel. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
so if you want to travel to Europe, you need to take the ferry.
I see.
Okay, from Dover. So I took the ferry to Dover, and disembarked at. Let me try to remember. What was the name of the port? Ostende. But Ostende is in Belgium. Let me see. What was the French port? Yeah. Okay, so I used to take the slow ferry, the night ferry, because you board the ferry at 8 o'clock. It's very slow. By 6 a.m. in the morning, you will arrive at the port. Okay, so you sleep overnight in the ferry. Yeah.
Oh,
When you were in Paris, when you were in France, do you
yes.
get to travel across to England?
No, I didn't get the chance because I only traveled from Paris to Angers.
Angers.
Yes.
Oh. Onje.
No, Angers.
Anj
G
G Ang.
ERS.
Oh, you how do you pronounce that? On Jace.
ANG. Angers.
Angers.
Okay.
Okay. It's
A bit hard.
difficult to
Yeah, it's hard to
pronounce
pronounce.
French words, yeah,
Yeah.
because the words are not pronounced as it is spelled. So it's very
Yeah, it's
difficult
hard for non-French speaker.
for non-speakers. Yeah, very hard for
That's true.
non-speakers. I enjoyed myself when I was in Paris. I
Yeah.
visited the Louvre.
Oh yeah, Louvre is good.
I visited the Pompidou Center.
Oh yeah.
What else did I do in Paris? Yeah, I visited the Latin Quarter,
Mm-hmm.
and we also visited Montmartre. How to
Montmartre.
pronounce that?
Montmartre.
Montmartre. Yeah, you know what
Montmartre.
that is, right?
Yeah, I did. I remember.
The one with the famous Moulin Rouge
Yeah, yes.
pyramid, not pyramid. We call that windmill.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, Moulin Rouge. Yeah, so we visited. We went up there to take photographs. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's what I did when I was in France. But I love the Louvre. A lot of impressionist paintings. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you are, that was when I was introduced to impressionist painting. That's when I learned about Monet. I learned about
Mm-hmm.
David. I learned about Gauguin. I think that's how to pronounce his name. Yeah, yeah. Do you like impressionist painting?
Oh yeah, I do. I
Yeah.
mean,
Who's
because
your favorite?
I learned a bit about it in school, so
Ah,
I have a
who's
familiar
who's your favorite impressionist painter?
impressions painter.
Ah,
Well, not sure yet, but
not sure yet.
it's
Mm,
like it's a bunch of
yeah,
it's a bunch of names. Yeah.
a bunch of names. Yeah,
Yeah.
Monet. Monet.
Monet.
Monet is should be at the forefront.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's very famous and he's very good. Monet. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and also I went there to visit Mona Lisa. Yeah,
Yeah, that's one. That one is like a very famous.
that was a must, isn't it? If you go, if
Yeah.
you,
Yeah, of course.
it'd be a waste if you visit the Louvre without visiting Mona Lisa. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Mona Lisa. Okay. When I was there, I was also introduced to uh, uh, post-impressionist painters. Yeah, such as, let me think now, Picasso.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot
Mm-hmm.
remember. I think it was. I think that the Louvre had a few of his paintings there. I think it was the daffodils and as well as the, I can't remember now. Sorry. Yeah, so I enjoyed myself when I was in Paris. Yeah. So you did too, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah.
What
Yeah. So
what what is the most memorable thing that you have of Paris?
oh,
Yeah.
most memorable.
Yeah. Say that again.
Let's see. A long time ago,
Mm.
yeah, I visited the castle. The castle of
The
Versailles.
Bastille.
Not La Bastille. The Chateau of Versailles is like the
Chateau. Yeah, yeah.
one of
Thank
the
you for reminding me.
yeah. I don't know if it's like the castle where Louis the 14th lived,
Ah,
one of the king of France.
I think that was the Louis the 14th
Yes.
castle, yeah?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. It's very big, very impressive castle.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for reminding me. But what I remember most about Paris was the subway.
Yeah, yeah,
So can you remember what
yeah,
is
I
the
do.
main difference of what makes the subway in France different from other subway systems?
Um, well, I'm not sure because it's different from the UK system where like
Yeah, it is the only
there's no.
it is the only train system in the world that uses pneumatic tires. Yeah, it
Sorry,
uses.
what tires?
It is the only train system in the world that uses pneumatic tires.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
You didn't realize that when you took the train, the
Oh,
the
well,
the
no.
the the, the, the what do you call it? The metro. Yeah,
Yeah,
the metro. The metro
the
uses
metro, yes.
pneumatic tires, rubber tires.
Oh, okay.
Ah, so that was the main difference.
Because I don't see from the train, I cannot see the tires under the train, so
Ah,
I wasn't observant about the tire.
you wasn't observant. Ah,
Yeah,
you were not observant. Ah,
yeah,
okay. Okay, so that was the main difference. Yeah, it was. I was very
that's I
surprised
see.
when I saw that the trains were running on rubber tires.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a
yeah, that's
metro.
interesting.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
good to know.
Yeah. Uh,
But
uh,
overall,
when I was there, I got a shock of my life. Let me tell you what happened.
what?
I ordered coffee or cafe, they call it. Cafe, right
Yes.
there. I ordered coffee, espresso, because I
Uh-huh.
only knew espresso. So I ordered espresso. I got a shock of my life where they gave me espresso in this tiny cup. It's very tiny.
Tiny cup.
It's like 1 or 2 inches high cup. Yeah?
Yes.
And you sip, yeah. It's very strong. But it comes in a very small cup. Yeah.
The espressos are very strong.
Yeah. Because until then, all my experience of drinking coffee was in Malaysia. And in
Yeah.
Malaysia, when you order coffee, they come in mugs.
Yeah, yeah.
Not in these tiny cups, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And in the 1990s, you don't have this coffee chain like Starbucks, Coffee Bean. Yeah, you don't have it in Malaysia. So I didn't know how Europeans drink coffee. So that's when I was exposed to
Yeah.
their coffee culture. They drink in very tiny cups, yeah. About
Yeah.
1 to 2 inches tall, about this tall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's called espresso. It's very strong. I thought
Yeah.
espresso meant instant like Nescafe. That's what I
Yeah, yeah.
thought.
The first time I drank espresso I was like that. I thought it was like normal coffee, but actually when I drank it, I had a shock that it's actually instant.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. When you were there, were you
Yes.
the only Malaysian in the university?
Oh yeah, I was the only Malaysian.
You were the only Malaysian,
Yeah.
but you were not the only Asian, right?
No,
Probably.
not the only Asian. There are some
Ah,
other Asians.
because there are Asians all over the world. Did you have Chinese, Japanese, and other nationalities at the university?
Yeah, yes they do, but
Hmm.
most of them are French.
Most of them are French.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So the Asians were already French nationals, you mean?
Yeah. Well, because it's hard in France. If you want to go to France, usually the universities they don't have English courses, so they all speak French. So if you want to go, you have to learn the language.
What made you take up the challenge of taking up your degree in French? I couldn't imagine myself doing a degree in French. Yeah. What
So
what
yeah, no, because
what made you?
I was in the I was in the French system back in high school. Actually, I was in the French
Uh-huh.
school, so that's how I learned the language. I
Oh,
was
that's how you
learning,
learn.
so I took my French. my high school diploma is in French.
Ah,
That's how I
okay.
got used to the language, you know.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Because because uh, because the twin pillars of Europe are French and German, yeah.
Yeah.
The French and the German economy. So I guess if you did a degree in France or a diploma in France, you will get a head start to
Yeah.
get a job. Yeah. Because I'm sure they will be looking for Malaysians or Southeast Asians who can speak French
Yeah.
to work in the companies here in Malaysia. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
Uh,
why taking this course for me is advantageous. I think I have a head start in this.
yeah. But you said you wanted to join the diplomatic corps.
Well, it
Oh,
depends also. I'm not sure either I'm thinking of studying like overseas maybe,
uh-huh.
or maybe like in a non-governmental organization like that.
Non-governmental organization. Oh, okay.
Yes.
There's quite a number of non-governmental organizations in Europe, yeah?
Yeah.
The Red Cross and the Red Crescent are headquartered in Switzerland.
Yeah.
You have the Greenpeace. Greenpeace,
Green corp.
yeah. I don't know whether Greenpeace is in Switzerland or Germany. I don't remember. But there's quite a number of NGOs,
Yeah.
international NGOs. Yeah. Yeah, you certainly have a head start. But what do you intend to do now? You intend uh to complete the whole degree here in Malaysia, or do you intend to complete the final year at Nottingham, England?
Well, it depends on me first. But yeah, if possible, I would like to do the last maybe the last degree last year in England, in the UK,
Oh,
and we'll see how it
Nottingham.
goes. Because you can do the transfer to the UK campus
Ah,
for 1 year. Actually.
that's a good choice. Nottingham University has a very good reputation.
Yes.
Sultan of Azlan was a graduate of Nottingham
Yeah,
in
lot
in
of
law.
Malaysian Prime Minister also was the graduate.
You,
Yeah.
you mean Datuk Najib Razak?
Yeah, that one. But
That is actually
but I
uh
don't know if it's true or not.
I think
That's
you must have read about it.
yeah,
Uh,
that's the thing.
yeah, some people say that he didn't actually graduate from Nottingham. He didn't complete
Yeah, some say it's
because
like fake.
yeah,
He was
he
a fake
studied there, but
degree.
he didn't complete. The
Oh,
reason why
okay.
he didn't complete was because in his final year, before his final exam,
Yes.
his father, Tun Razak, passed away. Yeah, and he was asked to return to take
Oh,
up a government ministerial position. Yeah.
yeah.
So although he claims that he was a graduate of he's a graduate of Nottingham University, but it is full of controversy because people
Yeah.
are not sure whether he actually completed, and many people have asked him to show proof of his degree
Yeah.
certificate, but he has yet to produce his degree certificate.
Yeah. That's suspicious.
Suspicious, is
Mm.
it? Yeah.
Right.
Uh, but Sultan Azlan certainly graduated from Nottingham University. Yeah,
Okay.
good
Mhm.
for him. Yeah. Do you know what's in Nottingham?
In
What's the
the
attraction in Nottingham?
no, not there. Not sure, but I know it's a smaller town than London. It has like
The Sherwood Forest is in Nottingham.
Sherwood Forest.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Sherwood Forest.
oh, right.
Robin Hood.
Oh, I see.
Ah,
Okay.
because I visited Nottingham, and
Mhm.
of course the main attraction there was Sherwood Forest, where you have the statue of Robin Hood.
Yeah.
So went to Sherwood Forest to take photographs with the statue of Robin Hood. So that's the main
Yes.
attraction. I don't know what else I don't know what is the main industry in Nottingham otherwise, but
Oh yeah.
Sherwood Forest is in Nottingham.
Hmm. I think that's where the industrial, revolution started
Huh.
somewhere around Nottingham.
Industrial Revolution. What do you know about the Industrial Revolution?
Well, yeah, it started basically in the UK.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was one of the pillars of our society of
Okay.
colonialism of Europe.
Yes. But what was the invention that triggered the Industrial Revolution?
Yeah, well, yeah, there are many inventions like steam engine and the railways,
Uh,
but it was basically a new way to produce goods. Like, instead of using raw agricultural like agricultural goods, they used a new machinery to produce agriculture. They use new machines to produce the wheat, for example.
okay.
Mhm.
Okay. If I remember correctly, the Industrial Revolution, the invention that triggered the Industrial Revolution was a machine called the spinning jenny. Let me try and look it up.
Spinning.
Yeah, you can look it up too. The
Okay.
spinning jenny.
Okay.
Spinning jenny. Genny.
Jenny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Mhm.
so that was the invention. If I recall correctly what I read, yeah,
Yeah.
because it was quite some time. Okay. So the spinning jenny was the machine, the industrial machine that kick-started the Industrial Revolution in England, and it spread all over the world. Okay, because previous to that, they had to use manual labor to
Yeah.
spin the thread from
Mhm.
cotton into thread. Okay, so it's very tedious because you have to spin and the cotton, making it into one single long thread, you see, using your
Yeah.
fingers. Okay, so that machine changed the way they produce threads. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
so because of that, yeah, the production of thread and cloth was magnified. Yeah, the production was magnified many times, and that was the start of the Industrial Revolution. Then from then onwards, they invented many other machines such as the steam engine.
Yeah.
They needed steam engine to transport cloth. Okay,
Yeah.
because suddenly they can produce so much cloth, so they needed transportation. So they produce a steam engine for locomotive. They produce a
Yeah.
steam engine for steamships to cross the oceans. Okay, and then many other inventions came after that. But that was the catalyst for the Industrial Revolution, if I remember correctly.
Mhm.
It's good. Yeah, whether you look it up in your own time later.
Yeah.
Yeah, spinning Jenny.
Yeah.
Lancashire, yeah. Okay. You studied in the French system
Yes.
in KL. Which school?
It's the French School of Kuala Lumpur near Segambut.
French school, Kuala Lumpur, near
Yeah.
Segambut. French school.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry.
You heard about it?
No,
No.
sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, I
Yeah, it's
haven't
not
heard
famous.
about this.
Yeah, it's only French people go there mostly.
Only French people go there. So
I mean, most.
so who are they? French children of French expatriates and
Oh, yeah, most of
children
the
of
French.
French diplomats.
Oh yeah, yeah. They are expatriates basically from their companies. Their fathers worked in France, but they are based in Malaysia. So that's how their children are schooled in French school in Malaysia.
How did you why were you in the French high school system? What was that?
Oh no, because it was a suggestion a long time ago. Actually, I've been in there for so many years. But
Uh,
actually,
You've been to France many times.
no, not. I've started French school since I was a primary class. I was in my second grade.
But what made you start your schooling in French,
Oh, well,
the
because
French
actually,
system?
yeah, because of my parents, we had problems of which school you wanted to put me in at first.
Uh-huh.
So after that, there was one of my uncles who was French like that, and he suggested something like a French school for me, but he said that I have to learn the language.
Ah,
So it was a bit challenging at first, and once I did it, he said that once you know the language, you shouldn't be a problem, and they managed to pull you in. And so I started learning the language little by little, but when I went in French school, and that's how I got.
impressive.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
my family suggestion. That's how.
Despite the challenges of learning a foreign language and the challenges of learning in a foreign language, you
Yeah, it
got
was
through.
challenging. Yeah,
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah.
yeah.
I wouldn't have the courage of going to school in a foreign language. Not
But
me.
I
I
was
wouldn't
scared
have the
at first.
courage.
Actually, it was
Uh,
a scary experience. But after
uh-huh.
that, I got used to it. After when I got in the first year in middle school, I got used to it. I started
Uh-huh.
speaking. Yeah, I
Okay.
made friends over there.
All right. Then why did you come back to Malaysia then? Why didn't you continue? Why didn't you complete your degree in France?
No, because there were a few problems like because maybe I wasn't ready yet to study in the overseas, the environment.
Uh-huh.
Probably, and because of the distance, from the family, and
The distance from the family. Come on. I was at
and it's
I was at your age when I studied in the UK.
mm,
Uh,
but it's
how old are you?
right now like 20 years old.
20 years old. Ah, I was in the UK. I started studying in the UK when I was 19. So I was at
Mm,
your age.
okay.
Yeah, I was at your age. Yeah. I graduated when I was 22 or
Hmm.
21 plus. Yeah. So so that shouldn't be a big problem to you.
Yeah,
Were you missing
but
Malaysian food?
yeah, I was in the beginning. Yeah,
Yeah. Did you have problem getting your food supply when you were in the
uh
university?
no, I did not actually. I was at the university food area. They had
Uh-huh.
a food canteen like that, so they
Huh?
serve
Halal
every time.
food,
Yeah, not halal food, but I just took like the vegetarian section.
vegetarian section, yeah?
Yeah, that's what I had.
Yeah.
It's hard to find halal food unless
Uh,
you.
I thought it was easy to find halal food in France, given that they have a very big Northern African and uh,
Mhm.
Turkish um,
Yeah, that's true. The
population.
Yeah, France has a huge minority of Algerian.
North American, North African, yeah.
Yeah, North African too.
Algerians,
Yeah,
Moroccans.
yeah. If I went to the grocery store, yeah, I could find halal food there. But there's like a small halal section. Yeah,
Okay,
that's good.
yeah. When I was at the university, I
Mhm.
discovered that there's 101 ways to cook the cabbage.
Really?
Yeah,
on
the
ways.
British, they just love the cabbage. So
They like cabbage.
you get cabbage soup, boiled cabbage, stew cabbage.
Mhm.
So many types of cabbages. So it's just cabbages, and cabbages. Yeah,
Yeah.
when I was in the UK. Yeah, when you have nothing else to eat. Yeah, but I was lucky because we have someone who supplied
Mhm.
halal meat.
Oh, okay. Halal meat.
So I bought halal meat from this person. Yeah, he comes to the university to sell halal meat, and I'll buy from him, and that's where I get my supply of halal meat. Yeah, otherwise
Oh,
I couldn't imagine 3 years of my life going vegetarian. It
yeah.
would have been very miserable.
Yeah, I know. But were there halal shops? I mean, halal sections in
Oh
UK?
yeah, yeah.
A lot,
Uh
right?
yeah, in the city,
Yes.
in Canterbury, we have
Right.
several outlets selling kebab.
Okay. Kebab.
Yeah, so whenever you see kebab, then they just assume that it's halal. We
Mhm.
assume lah it's halal, but I don't know whether they are all the kebabs are halal. I don't know, but we assume that it's halal because it's prepared by the Turkish, by the Northern
Yeah,
Africans.
yeah.
Yeah, so we just assume halal. Okay,
But
so
normally, if you say halal on the on the shop or the restaurant, they would like say halal, to be sure. There was no
uh,
symbol, no writing.
the halal symbol.
Yeah.
I don't know. I cannot remember.
Oh, really? But okay, in France
Yeah.
they had that at least.
Okay. I don't remember the sign. Or I wasn't looking for the sign. So I just
Okay.
made a simple conclusion. Kebab equals halal. So I just wall up the kebab. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But it was only later that I've discovered like like all nationalities too, you cannot you cannot uh you cannot give a blanket uh what do you call that you cannot say for sure whether they are Muslim or not just because they're just because they are North African.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they can also be Christians and
Yeah.
other religions too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and also the way they view like Islam is so different, I think, from religions.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
you cannot see.
Different mazhab will
Yeah,
have
yeah,
different
true.
ways of preparing food and slaughtering the
Yeah,
meat.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's just a simple assumption that I made to simplify my life there. Otherwise,
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't be eating anything there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You're gonna be miserable.
Yeah, it'll be very miserable. So we make all these simplifications, yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
uh of course, today it will be much easier to find halal food all over the world. So you can
Yeah.
also have halal food when you go to Korea, when you go to Japan,
Yeah, yeah.
or anywhere in the world.
Basically,
Okay?
fish is halal already.
Yeah?
That's Fish is halal already. That's for sure.
Fish. Oh
Easy
yeah.
to find.
Yeah, that's one thing I remember when I was in France, was in
Mhm.
Paris.
Yeah.
When I go through the menu, always choose the one that says poison.
Yeah. Poisson is fish.
Yeah. So that's the safest one. Poison, okay. Yeah, that's fish. Fish and chips or fish, yeah. So poison, like poison.
Poisson.
Yeah,
Right up.
yeah,
Poison.
that one I remember. So that one's safe to eat
Mhm.
because it's fish. Yeah. Uh, what are some of the subjects that you study under international relations?
Oh, well, this year we study like 3 subjects.
Okay, this
Yeah.
semester.
Yeah. Semester is called like global politics.
Global politics. Okay.
Yeah. Basically, it's geopolitics, but we learn about the different theories of international relations, which is really interesting.
Uh,
Yeah. There are
what are
different.
some of the theories of international politics?
All right. Okay. Well, there's realism, like
What's that again?
realism,
Realism. Okay.
liberalism, and there's also constructivism.
Constructivism.
these are very like unfamiliar terms. If you don't study, it will be like unfamiliar. But yeah,
That's
and it's also like,
interesting.
yeah, it's interesting.
We don't study this.
Really,
Yeah.
and because
Yeah.
like this is
Yeah.
like international politics, it differs from domestic politics.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, domestic politics, you like work on the workings of the state of the international on the internal affairs, but for international relations, you have to work on the theories of what shapes the world. Like,
Well, they say the ultimate objective of politics is power.
yes,
But what is the ultimate objective of international politics? Global domination? What?
supreme. Well, yeah, there are many notions about power. Like
Uh-huh.
they want spheres of influence. That's one what countries are aiming for.
Spheres of influence. Oh, that's
Yes,
interesting.
and there's also a state survival. Like states, they wish to basically in realism they believe that states are like fighting against each other.
They are against each other.
Yeah, yeah. So
They
in
are
order
they are
to
always in a state of
conflict, it's always a state of conflict
oh,
between states, and
okay.
in order to preserve their safe security, they have to form alliances.
They have to
Yeah,
form alliances, okay?
yeah, and
To preserve the states.
yes,
So what is that philosophy called? Realism?
yeah. It's realism. It's based on few philosophies by philosophers.
Ah,
Yeah. But it's a philosophy. There are many philosophers, but they dated back to the
hmm.
uh, um, basically the antiquity period of
ah.
before the birth of Jesus Christ.
Before the birth of Jesus Christ,
So it existed.
you refer to the Romans and the Greeks?
Yeah, yeah. That period of time, they existed. They already had notions of this. So it's such a
State
very old.
nations of statehood, you mean?
Yes.
And nationality, yeah. Okay. Well, I remember the Romans called their public as citizens. So I guess they have that notion of citizenship. So either
Yes.
you are Roman or you are a foreigner, yeah, in Rome. So
Yeah.
that is one indicator already, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Uh, oh, that's
Many
interesting.
ideas. Yeah.
So states are in perpetual conflict,
Yeah. Yeah.
and because of that, they need to form alliances with other countries to preserve their statehood. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So that's realism.
Yeah.
What about constructivism? You mentioned that just now,
Constructivism.
right? Yeah,
Oh
what's that?
yeah. Well, that's a new theory in international relations.
Uh,
It's like basically it's the theory that started. I mean, gain more popularity after the end of the Cold War.
okay.
Yeah, because the Cold War believed basically realists are more. They believe in state balance of power. They believe so. The end of the Cold War wasn't predicted by the realists.
The Cold
And
War was not predicted by the realists.
yeah, yeah. Also the constructivism, they believe that state powers, they are all just basically what we make of it. So they believe that it is all sort of like fiction. It's an interpretation of the system. So states don't necessarily mean they in preserving their power, but it is what our vision of it is.
It's
Yeah,
what our vision of it is.
yeah. It's like the how do I explain like this? So it's
Common belief? Are you talking about common belief or the general belief?
no, it's the belief that states do not have
Huh. Huh?
like anarchy is like system. The international system is not violent, and that
Anarchy. Anarchy is not violent.
yeah,
Right?
I mean
Okay.
anarchy. They believe that anarchy is just an interpretation of it. So
Anarchy is just an
interpretation.
an interpretation of what? Of
state relations.
state relations. But I thought
Mhm.
anarchy is anarchy does not cross borders. That's what I thought. I thought it's
Oh, no,
only
no.
an expression of local population not being happy with the government,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they break out in
That
anarchy.
that that but that's a different anarchy. This anarchy in international relations.
Oh, there's
Yeah,
anarchy in international relations.
yeah. Basically, the anarchy means that there is no law, there is no international one single world government above all states. So basically, we are living in an anarchic system.
Did the First World War
Yeah,
started? Did the First World War? Sorry, was the First World War
first of all.
started by elements of anarchy?
Yeah, yeah. It was
Or something like that,
basically,
isn't it?
yes, because realists they believe that if there's no balance of power, if the states they do not cooperate well, it
Uh-huh.
would therefore lead to a conflict because the anarchic system is unstable. That's why
And then it will lead to
conflict.
conflict. And after the conflict, then it will be
It,
peacetime
yeah, it is
until,
like
but it's not perpetual. Peacetime couldn't last
yeah,
because
yeah, it is
it
actually it goes up and down. There is always like a time of peace and there's time of conflict. Yeah.
okay.
So yeah,
Um in the world today,
yes.
what countries are projecting their influence on the global stage?
All the countries, yeah, yeah. There's China. China one those. They ever
China,
since
China is certainly ambitious,
yeah,
projecting their influence on global issues. Yeah. Other than
definitely.
China,
Well, there's we know the United States they want to preserve their sphere of influence. That's why there's the issue with Ukraine. They don't want Russia. They basically they're backing up Ukraine now.
they are backing up the secessionists
Yes,
in
in
Ukraine.
Ukraine. Yes.
Do you think that Ukraine will be a hot spot?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. According to what I've learned, yeah, there's possible chance of warfare. Like,
So the Russian military, they are lining up the border, but they've not entered Ukraine, right?
no, they have not entered Ukraine yet. From what I read,
Because the Americans are there too, are they?
yes, yeah, they're there. I mean, they have settled their troops on the border.
Where?
Yeah.
Turkey. I don't know
No, the
how.
border of Ukraine,
Which country?
Russia. I
No,
mean
no,
Ukraine.
that's Russia, but the American are the American troops there?
From what I read, no, they're not there yet.
They're not there yet.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
so the threat of American intervention is stopping the Russians from crossing the border into Ukraine. Yeah,
Yeah. Ukraine
yeah,
actually, yeah, because Russia wants to influence Ukraine. They believe that Ukraine is part of their niche states.
correct. But Ukraine has recently requested for membership in the EU, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's it. And then Russia does not agree because there's the issue with the Russia is not being considered as part of the European. It's not considered as a very European country according to the Europeans because it's more
It's more
it's more
Asian.
yeah it's more seen as a Eastern Bloc. So they don't, according to history, they don't see Russia as a very good ally for now. That's why there's this.
Why does Ukraine prefer the EU over Russia? What is
Well, yeah,
making
because
them decide to join the EU over Russia, given their history of their long history, being
Yeah,
a Russian satellite or member state. I don't know which one.
yeah. Well, it happened recently because Russia, they basically they were sort of like bullying Ukraine. I mean, in the previous year, in
They were bullying Ukraine.
yeah,
Russia were bullying
yes.
Ukraine. Okay.
I mean, Russia has crossed a few lines, across few. Like for example, in 2014, they were invading one part of Ukraine or the south. It's like the southern part of Ukraine is known as Crimea.
Crimea.
Yeah,
Crimea.
Crimea.
Oh, yeah. Crimea. Crimea.
Yeah,
Okay.
Crimea. Yeah, it was invaded by Russia.
When
And now
was it invaded by Russia? Recently?
no, in 2014.
In 2014,
Yeah,
Russia invaded Crimea. You call it Crimea, yeah?
Crimea.
But wasn't Crimea a part of the Soviet Union?
Yeah, it was. And yeah,
It was.
it was. And also, it was part of Ukraine, and now Russia has taken it. Yeah, it was annexed by Russia.
Oh, annexed, taken by force.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Was annexed by Russia in 2014. Okay, then?
Yes. And then Ukraine decided they need to 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 go closer to Europe.
Okay.
Yeah.
To balance the threat of Russia. I can see that
Yeah.
because Russia has already annexed Crimea. Yeah.
Yeah. So according to realist theory, the small states who,
Uh-huh.
in order to balance the system, they would like seek help. They would form alliances with other states. So basically, the more powerful states are in Europe. That's why.
So that's why they suddenly became friendly to the European Union.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing because it's a good thing for them because it has stopped Russia from crossing the border into Ukraine.
Yes.
Yeah. And because they're afraid of American intervention.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep. But why are they so afraid of the Americans? Because the Americans hasn't got any presence in the Baltic Ocean, right? The Baltic Sea.
Yeah.
Do they have any ports in the Baltic Sea? The Americans, they don't, right?
Americans? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, only the Russian Navy is in the Baltic Sea, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So just the threat of American intervention is sufficient to stop Russia from annexing Ukraine, but it's yet to be seen, yeah,
Yeah,
because Putin is not happy,
yeah.
So that's why they say Ukraine will be the next hotspot in international relations.
Yeah.
What about France? Is France what do you call that? Yeah,
France right now, they're having a new elections. They are currently under the new presidential elections.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's been like a new controversial figure in France.
Macron, right?
Yeah, Macron. Yeah, but actually Macron is under competition with Marine Le Pen. She's a far right.
Maurice.
Marine Le Pen is the
Marine Le Pen.
she,
Le Pen.
yeah,
Le Pen. Yeah,
Le Pen. Yeah, it's a she.
She's a right winger, right?
Yeah, right winger. Yeah, she's basically anti immigration, anti like religion, Islam, like that. Yeah.
France for France kind of vision, right?
Basically France for French people. That's what
France
the
for
campaign
French.
means. Yeah.
What did I wanted to ask you about the France? Yeah. Is France's influence over global politics diminishing?
Yeah, that's a good question. Well,
is it diminishing?
Diminishing. For me, I think personally, I think it's diminishing. Yes, because France actually had a colonial empire before this.
Yes, they have a lot of They have any colonies too, yeah.
in Africa, in Asia, but now we can see a rise of nationalism among countries.
Uh-huh.
You can see anti-French movements around the world, in the Arab world, basically. We are basically like boycotting French products. If you heard recently, there were like many boycotts for French goods like perfumes,
What triggered the boycotts?
Oh, if I recall well, it's related to
What triggered the boycotts?
France support.
France support for who?
Wait, yeah, it's France support for the I think related to the Muslim world was not didn't agree with France's. It's Macron that they don't agree with.
Macron. They didn't agree with Macron. but Macron is certainly better than Le Pen.
Yeah, Le Pen, but
yeah. So are they saying that they prefer Macron to step down and
I
to
think
be
all the same.
And Le Pen to take over, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because Macron he stated that he's also anti
he's also anti-Muslim.
Yeah. It's like Le Pen. Even though it's like leftist.
So everybody is anti-Muslim to different degrees.
Yeah, to different degrees.
Yeah, to different degrees. The name Le Pen sounds familiar. Her father was Maurice, right? Maurice Le Pen, was it?
No, his father. Her father.
What was her father? A politician?
Yeah. It's called. His name is Jean-Marie Le Pen.
Yeah. I remember the name from the past. Yeah.
So Le Pen, he does. But Marine Le Pen is more popular now.
Le Pen is more popular now.
Right.
Okay. But it is the way democracy is democracy in Europe is different. Yeah, they don't have a one party, two party system. So every time they go to election, it'll be a hung election, and they start putting together coalitions. Yeah, coalition with the left, coalition with the right, centrist government.
It's not perfect. The democracy is flawed.
Yeah, so it's always a coalition of these parties. They put together a coalition to form a government, and in some countries they've been without governments for years. Like for example, Belgium. I was told Belgium or France or Holland.
Oh yeah, it was Belgium, I think.
Belgium for 2 years they didn't form a government after the election, right?
Yeah, it was like a governless state. They literally had no government.
So I understand, my friend. Look at Belgium. They didn't have prime minister for 2 years. Okay, no problem. We should try that in Malaysia.
Yeah, I think that's. I mean, Malaysia, we should start.
Yeah, we should try that.
We should do something about it. I mean, the citizens, we are not aggressive enough, in my opinion.
You see, in 2000, now let me see. I can't remember now. 2004, was it 2008? Okay, so it was Pakatan. Pakatan at that time wasn't very strong. Yeah, and people were saying, give them a try. They said, and they told us, give them to try them. And some of my friends told me, don't vote for Pakatan, because if you vote for Pakatan, yeah, the everything will break down. The potholes will not be filled. The rubbish will not be collected. So that's what they said. So in 2004, I think we voted in the Pakatan government in Selangor. And you know what? After the election, they formed the government, and we still have the same shit. The roads are still filled with potholes. The rubbish was not collected. So it doesn't make any difference.
You're right. True. After Mahathir's election, we didn't see much. We didn't see a lot of change.
We didn't see a lot of change, yeah. I thought Mahathir was trying to be cozy to the French during his time as a prime minister.
Oh yeah. He said
to
something like controversial on Twitter, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought he was cozying up to the French
Yeah.
to counter to balance the influence of the
France. Yeah.
Americans and you know
Yeah.
and I don't know and the to counter the influence of the Americans. Yeah, so he was quite supportive of the European Union at one time.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
But he was also very vocal. Like
he's very
he's
vocal too.
yeah.
Yeah. Is France still ambitious? Are they still projecting their influence on the world stage? The French.
But yeah, I think yeah, if they're still in terms of military, yeah, they're still good. They're still one of the highest, but
Uh-huh.
but I think their influence, yeah, it's slowly diminishing.
Yeah, slowly
Yeah.
diminishing. Yeah.
Well,
I
in
think
France,
after the Second World War, they lost all their colonies.
yeah, true.
They first lost their North African colonies, then
Yeah.
they lost their their
Colony in Vietnam as well.
Indochina
Yeah, Indochina.
Indochina colonies. They lost them too. So that's why France influence and role on global politics has diminished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially the Cold War has also contributed to its diminishing factor.
The Cold War.
Yeah.
How did the Cold War diminish France's influence on global politics?
Well, because the Cold War, basically, Cold War was the conflict between the two superpowers, and both
Yeah.
superpowers they advocated for decolonization process. And during this process of the Cold War, there were many unrest and unhappiness among states, and from pressure from the United States, they decided that France had to leave the countries. They had to declare independence of the nations.
Okay, did you say that right?
Yeah. Sorry,
Americans forced the French to give up their colonies. You saying that?
Yes, yeah.
Huh. I didn't know that.
They were forcing other countries to declare independence. Like many other countries, like the Dutch in East Indies, Indonesia, they were also pressured by the Americans.
But why would the American force them to fight for independence? because when they are colonies, they are colonies of France or the Dutch.
Yes.
But after they have won their independence, then they're able to choose whether they want to be under the American influence or under the Russian influence.
Yes.
So why did America gamble on that?
Because they knew that there were countries that, well, for example, Indonesia was very anti-communist back then, so they took advantage of that. And you see, the leaders like Suharto, he was very like authoritarian and very pro-capitalist market. That's why America. That's one of the reasons why America.
But for a while,
yeah, there was
the communists was in power under Sukarno, yeah, for a while.
I mean, but Suharto was the successor of Sukarno.
Yeah, Suharto and several other generals rounded up the communists and shot them.
Yes.
Yeah, in 1964, I think. So that's what happened. Yeah, but you see, it's a fine balance. It could have tipped either way. Same thing with other other countries too, especially the colonies, the former colonies in Africa.
Yeah.
Some of them became came under
Influence. Yeah.
Russian influence,
Yes.
communist, Marxist. Some of them became, went under the American influence. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's basically yeah, it depends on the state.
Yeah.
State leadership.
No, that's interesting.
Mhm.
That's interesting. What about Germany? Is Germany projecting any global ambition? Are the
Uh,
Germans projecting
oh,
any global uh
well,
global influence?
well, for now, but I'm not sure about global, but yes, it's more of a European influence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're very European centric. Yeah,
Yeah. Yes. Super.
maybe they felt that they wanted to they wanted to uh they wanted to influence the European Union first.
Yeah.
Maybe their focus is on the European Union. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Actually, it was the German economy, uh, uh, which has powered the European Union, because in the 70s and in the 80s, many European countries were bankrupt
Mm-hmm.
or didn't have a functioning economy like Spain,
Yeah.
Portugal. They didn't have any industry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. French was bankrupt too. So the
Mm-hmm.
only economic powerhouse, even the UK was bankrupt.
Mm-hmm.
So the only economic powerhouse was German. Was
Yeah.
the German, yeah, and the German financed the European Union.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mark was so strong at that time.
Reichsmark. Call it
Yeah,
Reichsmark.
but they didn't influence any globe. They didn't have any global ambition. Yeah,
No.
they didn't. Yeah, so they only projected their influence over the states in the
Yeah.
European Union.
Yeah.
Do you think that it was the right thing for Britain to exit the Union?
Oh yeah. Brexit.
What do you think of that?
Yeah. Yeah. Personally, yeah, I think it's a good thing
It's a
for.
good
I
thing.
mean, yeah. I mean, Britain. They were not. They believe. First of all, Britain was going in and out of the European Union.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But now they exited for good,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, the prime minister. They say that they will try to find new markets outside of
Okay.
Europe. Yeah.
Okay.
But because
What?
the European
Uh,
Union is corrupted according to
corrupted?
the. I mean, it's not corrupted, but
Are you,
the
are you
fact.
saying the Belgian executives, those guys in Brussels, are you saying that they are corrupted?
No, but the concept, the ideology of the European Union, which is very has this supremacy. Yes, this it was very supranational institution.
Supranational, yeah.
Yeah, it has a lot of control on the state, and sometimes this control it can influence the decisions of countries, even though we don't want, even though the state does not agree.
Agree.
It can override the decision of state. So
What was the main control? What was the main thing that they control? That was
basically,
restricting the countries from individual countries from taking any action. What's the thing that they control? The
well,
union.
yeah, they were controlling the voting process.
The voting
Yeah,
process?
I mean the
Huh.
voting. If you wanted to vote for, I mean the commission, European Commission is something that i- that only has a, has a few people in control of it. So
Okay. From what I understand,
mhm.
Razin, from what I understand, the problem was an economic problem.
economic
Okay,
problem.
economic problem. Okay, it started with the European Monetary Union, the EMU, the European Monetary Union. So, so under the European Monetary Union, central banks give up the authority over their own local currency. You see? Let's say, for example, let's take country A. So if you have a country A,
Yeah.
so if a country wants to boost export, so what can they do to boost export? Devalue the currency. So if you devalue your currency, goods that you produce in your country will be cheaper, and therefore it will be cheaper overseas.
Yeah. That's the thing.
Therefore you can boost your export and earn foreign currency. So many countries do that. Okay, for example, Malaysia. The reason why Malaysia currency is devaluing all the time is because it's the easiest thing for the government to do to boost production, to boost the economy. So they let our currency slide lower and lower the value, so that our goods become cheaper and cheaper. Okay. So like China too. The reason why China is strong because the way they play the currency, the yuan. Okay. The yuan should be appreciated actually, but because it's a strong currency. But what the Chinese has done is they have purposely kept the value of the yuan at a very low rate. So that's why Chinese goods continue to be cheap.
I see. Yeah.
But economic theory says, okay, if you export a lot of goods, people buy, and then all this foreign currency enter your economy, that will bring the value of the currency up. Okay, but you look at China, despite years and years of very strong export, the yuan continue to be low, isn't it? And we continue to buy. We continue to buy Chinese goods because they are very cheap. So they purposely kept their currency cheap. So when countries join the European Monetary Union, they surrender the right to take any action. To devalue the currency.
That's right. So it's basically the euro. It's the problem with the euro.
The euro. You see, because they've agreed on British pound, the exchange of British pound to the euro to be fixed at 2 point something. I don't know, something like that. Then they fix the francs, the mark, all that, the lira. Okay. For example, the Italians is having problem with the economy. Actually, if they are not part of the European Union, it's very easy for the Central Bank of Italy to lower the currency rate, to devalue the lira, and that will suddenly make Italian goods so cheap in the market. People will buy. But what is stopping them? Because of the European Monetary Union. So the British, the English thought that they've had it with the European Union because they wanted more control over their own monetary system. They want the government to be able to take action if they need to devalue, so they devalue. If they need to reduce interest rate, they can reduce interest rates as they wish.
That's also the reason.
I buy this reasoning. That it is an economic issue. It is not a political issue. So it was more of an economic issue. But after that, of course, they say it becomes a political issue to those people who are not very economically inclined, so they don't understand economics. So they say, oh, it's because a political issue. Oh, we lose our culture. Our culture is dominated by the French. All those things. We lose our British identity, so it becomes a cultural thing.
They just want to. Britain also wants to reinforce its identity like that.
And you know the Belgians, they like to standardize everything. So
Yeah.
all cucumbers must have a certain length. Otherwise, you cannot sell this in the supermarket. All carrots
Wow.
must be of a certain standard. Otherwise, you cannot sell this in the supermarket. You know this, right?
Yeah.
So
Belgium.
the French and the Belgians and the Germans, they are very they're crazy over these things. So everything
Yeah.
has a standard, and the British, they don't
Yeah.
like this. But that is superficial. I think the more the underlying reason is more economic than anything. It's more economic than
Yeah.
cultural or political. It is because the countries want the freedom to manage their own finances
Mhm.
so that they are able to devalue or reduce their interest rates if necessary. Yeah, during recession and
Yeah.
during depression. Yeah, so
It's
that's
true.
why they decided to quit the European Union.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't want Britain to quit, because if Britain quit the European
Yeah.
Union, then other countries may follow suit. You see?
Yeah. It's true. But there are many countries that they did, like France. They have like this movement called Brexit. It's like,
The France wouldn't quit because it was them who
yeah.
started the European Union.
Yeah.
Yeah, the French wouldn't quit.
But small minority, like there's like advocating for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that was what we call an experiment in
Yeah.
supranational
Institution.
union. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good experience, because earlier, even here in Southeast Asia, we said, okay, ASEAN, there were even talks saying that, oh, we should move, take the next step,
Yeah.
yeah, of establishing a Southeast Asian monetary union like the European Union.
Mhm.
Yeah, the Singaporeans were pushing for it. I think it was only the Singaporeans who were pushing for it, because I don't think the smaller countries, people like Malaysia and Indonesians, wants to follow
Yeah.
Singapore, because Singapore
That's
will tie our currency, will fix our currency to their advantage.
yeah. It's not useful. Not very friendly.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah. So they will they'll fix our currency, our exchange rate to their favor, and we lose the control to devalue our currency
Yeah.
to increase our exports. So I don't think that will happen. But
Hopefully, it doesn't.
I don't
It's
think
not good.
so. Because after they look at the experiment in the European Monetary Union,
Yeah.
I
It did
don't
not
think they
work.
want to go down that path. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think they want to go down that path. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just looking at Greece and Italy actually. I'm
Yeah.
just I'm just looking whether in the next 10 years they will also leave the European Monetary Union, if not the European Union.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Maybe they will threaten to leave the European Union, and
Mhm.
as a consideration, yeah, the European Union will allow them to leave the European Monetary Union.
Mm.
You see?
Yeah.
Yeah. And still remain a European Union member. Maybe they will do that.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Because some countries they don't have the euro, but they're still part of the European Union. You know, like
ah,
Switzerland.
oh, Switzerland, they don't use the euro.
No, they do not use. They use the Swiss francs.
I see. I didn't know this.
Yeah.
The Swiss, they use the Swiss franc. They don't use the
Yeah.
euro.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, the euro is an artificial currency.
Yes.
It's not a real currency, because it's not backed by any sovereign country.
Yeah. That's true. I
Yeah,
mean, usually country currencies are backed by their own central bank.
this is
But for
backed
the
by the
UK,
European
yeah,
Central Bank,
European central
ECB.
bank. Yeah.
Yeah, but ECB is not a sovereign central
No,
bank, you see?
no, it's not. It's a common, yeah, common bank.
Yeah,
Com-
it's a common bank for all of them.
yeah.
Okay, Razin, time now is 9:15, so we already exceeded our 1 hour allocation.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess you know why we are here, isn't it?
Yeah,
Because
yes.
your father wanted me to be your speaking companion
I
in a
see.
way,
Yeah.
yeah, to be your
Excellent.
speaking companion
Mhm.
to give you the opportunity to speak your thoughts on things
Yeah.
that matters in order to boost your confidence speaking to people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so
Understand.
that's why I was just speaking on all these topics, so many things. I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
just trying to figure out
It
what
just
interests you.
yeah, it helps me a lot actually.
But I'm
Good.
impressed. I'm
Yeah.
impressed. I'm impressed with your knowledge, with your general knowledge. You know how things work. You know a
Yeah.
little bit
Yeah.
of history. So I'm impressed.
Yeah. I'm still working on increasing my knowledge.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
Still work to be done
I'm
for
impressed.
me.
So what we can do is we can continue having conversations like this
Yeah.
once a week or so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
And by doing this, you get the opportunity to speak your thoughts. You get the opportunity of arguing with someone. So
But yeah.
maybe I will argue with you the next session. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But
That's good.
all this, the purpose of all this is to give you the practice of speaking, holding a conversation, and the experience of speaking your mind on anything.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Mm.
hopefully this will be transferred to the other areas of your life. So for example, when you are in school or when you're in the university, you'll be more confident. Yeah, when you're with other people, you'll be more confident too.
Yeah.
Okay, there's nothing to be shy of, because as I said, after speaking to you for 90 minutes, for almost 90 minutes, I'm impressed. I'm very impressed with your knowledge of things. Because
Mhm.
I've spoken to many other young adults of your age,
Yeah.
20, 21. Okay, they know less than you.
Yeah.
They know less than you. You spoke about realism. You
Really. Yeah.
spoke about
Yeah.
constructivism. You spoke about
Yeah.
what's the other one? Liberalism, is it?
Yeah.
Realism,
Liberalism.
liberalism, constructivism. You spoke about all these things. So that's impressive. These are theories that are difficult to articulate, but you are able to
Yeah.
do that. You know about history. You know about the Industrial Revolution. So that's good. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, many things. So I'm impressed. Okay, so it's just that you need someone to speak to,
Yeah.
someone to practice speaking to. Yeah, and I'll be that person for you. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But I have a question about this course. Like,
Yeah.
does it? I thought you will give me like a structure, like on the next class, like we do like for 30 minutes, we will do like like sessions with other people like that, or only two of us? I'm confused.
Okay. So at the beginning, there'll be only
Yes.
two of us,
Yes.
because I didn't want to scare you when suddenly there's a few other people in the room. Okay.
Okay.
But as we progress, I may have one or two people with me, so that
Really.
you also get the opportunity of speaking your mind, explaining things to other people.
Okay.
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 Because after a while you'll be very familiar with me, so there's no challenge already. You're familiar with me, so there's no problem of you speaking to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the future, I may have other people coming into the room, into the session, to have this conversation. I
Yeah.
will also start teaching you how to deliver presentations,
Okay.
okay, confidently. So all this adds up to building your confidence.
But we will do
Okay,
like a PowerPoint practice.
you will do that too.
Okay.
You do that too.
All
So
right.
you can explain the
Yeah.
theories of international politics.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your PowerPoint, we can also do that.
That's good.
I'll also show you how to prepare the PowerPoint.
Okay.
Okay, so this first session is just a fact finding session. I just wanted to test you and check your level of knowledge on things, and I'm very impressed. So well done.
Okay.
Okay,
All
that's
right.
it.
Thank you. All right.
Okay, all right.
Cool.
Okay, cool. Okay, you can get my number from your mother.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
anytime you need to speak to me, anytime you need to contact me on anything, you just send me a text message. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Right.
Okay, Razin.
Okay. So,
Okay.
right. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for this
So
session.
yeah, you're welcome.
Alright.
And we'll meet again another time. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see you next time, man.
Okay. Bye, Razin.
Okay, bye. Good night.
Okay. Good night to you. Goodbye.
Bye. Okay, bye.